Hey, you guys. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about a conversation that I had recently with somebody. And it was about, well, it led to this person not wanting people to know that they have a disability. And it's a physical disability. If it's mental, I can kind of see it being easier to hide. But I think overall, nobody should be ashamed. And that's where it comes from, shame. And not feeling good enough or whole enough. And I think people label themselves and make the disability who they are, but it's not. It's just how you get around. People who want to hide their disability make it a bigger deal than it has to be, which also in turn can create a lot of obstacles as far as things they feel they can't do or accomplish. So, my message is basically to encourage you not to hide it. Don't make it the topic of every conversation. Don't make it a badge of honor of who you are. Make it something you've overcome. Everybody has obstacles. I say it all the time. Paralysis is not just physical. There's mental paralysis, spiritual paralysis, emotional paralysis. We all have obstacles of paralysis in our lives, whether it's somebody with a disability or not. So if you make it less of a big deal, your life will start to reflect that. And you'll start to allow yourself to live more. Because we're our own worst enemies, all of us, whether we have a disability or not. We have the power to stop ourselves or push ourselves forward past paralysis. And allowing it to have such a stigma is a barrier, is an obstacle, is a form of paralysis in and of itself. So don't allow it to have that power. Embrace it, own it, but you can do that without making it all of who you are in this bigger deal than it has to be. So what if people know? And then there's the fact that a lot of us like to be independent and don't like to accept help. Well, what if you were chosen to be born this way in order to accept help? We're stubborn. It's great that we like to be independent, but we need people. Everybody needs people in their lives. So there's a lot of reasons why you are the way you are. There's no purpose or reason to diminish it by denying it. And like I said, it isn't necessarily who you are. It's a stepping stone to who you can become. It might not go away in your lifetime, but it doesn't mean that you have to let it stop you. It is a catch-22 because embracing it and overcoming it, the line can get blurred. Like you want to own it and be like, okay, this is my story, but it isn't all of who you are. It's not. You are so much more than your disability. I've made a video about that before. But it's so much more common than I realized for people not to announce that they have it. And one of the things, I'm getting very into the statistics about the disabled and, what I can do to help in a lot of areas. And unless people start speaking out and not being complacent, a lot of the things that need to be fixed won't be fixed. You know, I'm not saying we should go out and march. I'm not saying we need that many numbers, but we need people to start by taking personal responsibility in their own lives, because we may never get where we want to get in our governments around the world, or having other people help us. And you know, it's not other people's jobs also to understand. You know, a lot of people are like, how do I make people understand? You can't. Nobody's gonna completely understand. A lot of people don't even want to. You have to be secure in yourself. Take personal responsibility to make your own life better. And that comes with self-love, self-acceptance, self-respect. And acknowledging where you're at in life. And this goes for anybody, any kind of obstacle that you have, or any kind of adversities you face, or challenges you've even overcome. A lot of people, after they've overcome a challenge, they don't take the time to reflect. They like to pretend it didn't happen, which comes back to bite them in the ass later on in life. There's so many different ways to look at paralysis in a loose definition of the term, and that's really where my passion is in life, is acknowledging that it's not just physical, but when it is, acknowledging that, acknowledging where you are, who you are, why you are the way you are, and owning your inner strength because of it. Doesn't make you a weak person, doesn't make you less than. I know some people don't like to hear, oh, you're such a strong person, but in my adulthood, I've decided to take things like that as compliments instead of derogatory or being talked down to. A lot of people that I can say that to, that, oh my God, I don't know how you do it or what you're going through. We all can say it about something. People just choose to say it about having a disability, and that's fine. But don't hide it. Don't feel like you have to hide who you are, no matter what you're going through. Because you also don't know who you can help. Even if you're in a really bad spot, the internet is a very powerful tool. And you don't have to be perfect. Your life doesn't have to be perfect in order to help somebody else. So that's all I really wanted to say. I know I haven't actually made a video in a while. I know that the buzzing sound is probably still there. My phone is still crappy. You'll have to hold out until like November till I get a new one. But I really wanted to stay connected with you guys. As always, my social media to follow me on the other platforms will be in the description box. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't, and I will talk to you guys in the next video. Bye.